Giants do.
But what you do though is you go with the Giants and then talk trash to the 49ers that you say you love. That's what you.
Well, I'm
That's,
not with. Well, you have to name how I'm with.
even
Like
when you
white
said.
people. How,
So even when you decide that you're taking the side that blacks are more harmful to black, as opposed to recognizing the condition that we in can only be pointed at one location, which is this government or this body that we've been a part of since we were taken over here as captives. We've never been, if you look at the diagram, if you just go from integration, which is what, the 60s, so now, talking about maybe 70 years, but we've been here, say, since the 60s. Even if you say slavery was before the 1600s, if we use the 1600s as an earmark, you're talking about 1600s to 1964. So that's 364 years of oppression, systematic oppression, 70 years of being so-called free, and even, excuse me, integrated, which at the cost of integration, we still had the CIA crack epidemic, we still had COINTELPRO, we still had the feminist movement, we still had the drug epidemic. So it's not like they stopped attacking us. They just, air quotes, allowed us to so-called integrate. And even integration furthered black oppression. So when you make the analogy of the 49ers and you being a Giants fan, me being a Giants fan, I would never go to the 49ers and give them trade secrets on how to beat the Giants. I would never go to the 49ers and try.
But you would, however, as a GM, trade with the 49ers if they got a player that you want, that they're about to release, or that you can get for little to nothing. You would make a trade with them. It happens all the time where rivals trade players to each other.
To steal players from the Giants to make the 49ers better, I would only do what you said initially, but only do it within the Giants. Even when you said your kid is getting beat up by the neighbor, you're not going to stand on the side of the neighbor and say, yeah, beat my son up. You're going to stand with your son and give him the strength and the tools and the weapons to beat the hell out of the neighbor, unless you don't love your son.
so I would say that in the song, that's exactly what I'm doing. If I'm telling somebody, when have you won a championship? Because let me tell you, who knows when the last time we won a championship?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else in the league. It's not a secret.
Right.
When I say we suck at linebacker, I didn't tell them something they didn't know. They already scouted my team. So chances are, when I say we need a new running back, we do. Christian McCaffrey's getting old. We're not dumb. The league ain't dumb. Mm-hmm. We do need a defensive tackle. Saying that out loud make them say, yeah, we're going to run more. As a matter of fact, people being critical of Kansas City Chiefs helped Kansas City Chiefs to win a Super Bowl because they kept telling them what they couldn't do, what they weren't good at, how you should attack them.
But they never sided with the enemy to help Kansas City get better. They never allowed
Kansas City to be. They did have their quarterback come out and say he's sick of them dropping passes. And people were shocked that he did it.
No, but that's not a bad thing. But telling them that they shouldn't drop passes is not a bad thing. But when we look at the subject,
he said he should have done it in public. He should have done it in private.
Well, as the Bible would say, open rebuke is better than secret love. So that's not a bad thing. So that's not the bad.
Say that again. Now tell them where they can find that in the Bible.
I get it.
I like that. I like that quote. It's a very good quote. Because if you think about it, it's two quotes in the Bible that we like to make, but it's something to make because it turns the fingers back at us. We like to quote things that make other people look bad.
Right.
That's a good one.
It's Proverbs 27. That's Proverbs 27:5. It says, open rebuke is better than secret love. Now, what you said on the subject, what makes what you did in that video on the subject do, and the reason why I said it desensitizes you, is it takes away from the fight that they did. No nation disrespects their ancestors' fight more than black people. Jewish people don't disrespect their ancestors' fight against the Germans.
Y'all, let me skip it back. I'm doing these highlights. I'm having fun with this thing, so I want to cut out highlights of what both of them saying.